Hollywood sometimes sees actors who specialize in adult-oriented films occasionally branch out into more family-friendly productions so that their kids can see at least one of their works. Although Kevin Costner has directed a number of PG-rated movies, he would prefer that the children not see one of his performances. His most well-known movies were rated as such even though they might not have been intended for a wide age range of viewers. Three of his best-selling and most well-known films, Dances with Wolves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Field of Dreams, are accessible to audiences of all ages. However, for completely legitimate reasons, several of his other most well-known films, such as Bull Durham, Tin Cup, The Untouchables, The Bodyguard, and JFK, received an R rating. Costner was aware that he would need to wait until he was a parent before he could properly introduce his kids to the entirety of his back catalog, and that they might still have to wait. A whole generation likely knows Costner best from his recurring role as Yellowstone patriarch John Dutton, which sparked his brief comeback and earned him a Golden Globe, even though he spent the late 1980s and early 1990s as one of the highest-paid and most recognizable leading men in the business. In order to protect his loved one's future, Dutton used some dubious, dishonest, and frequently fatal methods to rule his family's ranch and beyond with an iron grip. He is not prepared for the Costner children to witness that aspect of him. He is aware that it will happen eventually, but not just yet. He told Extra, "It's too naughty for them to see." It's likely that they manage to view it. However, there are certain unpleasant parts that are enjoyable for everyone else. Listen, kids will encounter such themes throughout their lives because they are prevalent in many of my films. I hope they discover what I have been up to in my life. As Kevin Costner's children, they will eventually realize that their father is a significant figure, even though he isn't as significant as he once was. Nevertheless, during its 5-season run, Yellowstone was one of the most viewed and discussed television programs, and it wasn't like his sprogs were just getting started when it debuted in June 2018. When Costner first appeared as the grizzled rancher, 3 of his 7 children, who were born between 1984 and 2010, were at least 30 years old. An informed bet suggests that he wasn't referring to all of them, unless his 30-somethings are particularly uncomfortable watching him deal with the challenges of managing a large company on the wide plains. His youngest 3 were all welcomed after 2007, but even if Yellowstone's profanity and violent outbursts are too much for the kids to handle, it would likely cause greater damage if Dad showed them the PG-13 film The Postman instead.